Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. So today, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator on this channel is going to change for the better. In the last episode, I asked you guys to come up with some really cool ideas for new series. You guys delivered. The winners of these ideas are going to get a Totally Accurate Battle Simulator pre-alpha code. You guys will play the game. That is my reward for you for rewarding all of us with some really cool ideas that we get to do together on this channel. So Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, before we had two main series. One we played like 90% of the time, and the other one we played just a little bit. The first of which is obviously what you guys have come to get used to, and that is you guys pick the battles, you guys vote in the comments by up-liking other people's comments of a battle where you guys pick each side of the sandbox, the red and the blue team, how many units, where they are, kind of like, you know, what positioning, rough positioning they're in, right? Well, I said that whoever came up with a really good idea in the last episode in the comments, you guys are going to get an access code to tabs pre-alpha, and I'm going to find a way to contact you and give you those codes. So first, this one I think everyone's going to love. And before you start putting suggestions, I want you to hear this video out. So no suggestions yet. No suggestions yet in the comments, because I'm going to ask for something specifically, right? So this guy, you know me from school with the little whale penguin meme there. He said, my idea is a subscriber tournament. Now, for the record, many people had this similar idea, but it wasn't necessarily maybe as fleshed out, and it wasn't as highly voted for, as you know me from school. So a lot of you guys had this idea. Thank you for it. It was the #1 idea overall, and that was subscriber tournament, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a bracket of 16 players. Now, before you start putting in your teams, you gotta listen to this, guys, or else your submissions won't be valid, right? And we're actually not going to do the subscriber tournament first. We're going to do a test, and that is based off the second idea, which we'll get to. Anyway, as you can see from you know me from school, it's a pretty well thought out idea. Like he said, the cons are that it'll take a little longer to set up and record, but that's on me. So for you guys, you're going to get the same experience. The video is going to be just as long. There's going to be just as many. It'll just take me a little bit more work to get it done. But this idea is freaking awesome, and I would love to see it. And I think we could give out prizes for the winners of the tournaments. And I think it'd be really cool to have a weekly tournament. I think that would be really cool. That's my idea. Now, the second idea, moving on, is another idea that lots of people commented on, but Denise Holmes had the most voted for one of it, and it was basically how about viewers versus you, right? And then we've got a few more suggestions, but more or less these two are kind of the winners of it right now. And this is where we're gonna start. We're gonna get used to running a tournament. Basically, what I really need is people to follow the directions, simply, right? And then if they can follow the directions, like by me saying, hey, this is what I need you to submit, please write it in the comments below. You can also submit to it by tweeting at me on Twitter, and you could even put like maybe an MS Paint, or, you know, if you wanted to put kind of a visual of the formation. But I think right now the comment section is the best, and maybe Twitter. But obviously this is something we're going to figure out over time, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you for being a part of it. So what we're going to do is, what we need for both of these is the submissions and the comments to be in the proper format, right? Let's get all bureaucratic red tape. But seriously, if we don't do this right, it just won't work. And the ideas are both so good that we just got to get it done right. So for us, I mean, think about it. For a 16-player tournament or a 32-player tournament, we would have to have 16 or 32 proper submissions, like submissions that were valid, you know, because. And basically how we're going to do it is that it's going to be, I think it's going to be simple, and I think you guys are just going to knock this one out of the park like you guys have done on the Battle Request series, on the Campaign Challenge series. By the way, we need a new idea for a campaign challenge. Since 0.2.0 has been out, we haven't had a challenge for the campaign, and I think that would make for a great episode. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to do an episode of the viewers, you guys, versus me. Right? And we're going to set money caps and unit caps. Basically, you can't make over a certain amount of units in your submission or it's invalid. Your submission cannot equate to more money than is allowed, or your submission is invalid. And then what I will do is I want to set up a formation first and then look at your submission after it. So then basically neither of us know what the other guy's armies are going to be, so it's going to be pretty fun. And then we can keep track and find fun ways to see like who's beaten me, who's lost to me, and all that kind of fun stuff. And then what we're gonna do after we kind of work through the kinks, we're gonna start small. We're doing baby steps, guys. We are doing baby steps. Once we do a viewers versus me episode, then in that episode, like the actual episode when I upload it, I'll ask at the beginning of the video and at the end for tournament suggestions. And we're gonna work through the kinks, so I'm gonna find out what the right amount of units is and the right amount of money cap would be for a tournament, and then we're gonna make brackets, and maybe it'll be 1 or 2 episodes, who knows, it depends on how long they take. But usually tabs battles go pretty shortly, but it's like if you have 16 teams, how many total games is that? Like I think it might be 64 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I actually have zero idea how many that would be. That would make sense. 16 shouldn't mean 64 at all. There'd be what, 8 and then 4 and then 2 and then 1. So you add that up and that's how many total games it is, but we don't know how many episodes it'll take me working through this tournament math right here. So now you take a little screenshot. I'm gonna have this on my Twitter, right? The image of the sandbox, and you're gonna be able to see the costs of each unit. So a peasant is 10, boxers are 15, farmers 20, barbarians 20, poachers 30, spearmen 40, footmen 50, samurai 50, shields are 60, vikings are 60, archers 70, muskets 80, chariots 450, cannon crew 500, catapult 500, ballista 600, and Hawacha 650. We're not going to have any chicken men or chicken men. Neither of those are going to be valid. If you put one in, that automatically like vetoes your entry. So please don't do it, because I'd love for you guys to have an opportunity to battle each other in front of 100,000 people, because that would be freaking awesome. And the winner is definitely going to get a tabs code for sure, right? But we're not doing the tournament suggestion. But yeah, so that's basically how we'll do it, and we'll talk that more in the next episode. So let me get to what we really need to do. And thank you for listening this long, just giving me your attention, because we're gonna make some great series together, you guys and I. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. So this is the viewers versus me in the first episode, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, I'm gonna pick however many, like I'm gonna go for like kind of different army styles. Like if someone has some cool suggestions that are unique, you know, or seem unique, and basically they'll go like this. So I'm thinking for the viewers versus me, the 2 limitations, well there's 3 limitations. No chicken men, no chicken men, right? There's still so many other units to pick. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be huge. I feel like I just kind of trumped it right there for a second. Oh my. But yeah, so the unit cap is going to be 25 units. If you put 26 units, if you put anything over 25 units, you're out. Now, if you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna put 1 peasant," you can do that, but that's not gonna. I'm not gonna pick that one because that thing only costs 10. If I want you as close to the money cap, and bonus point, actually, like you gotta put like how much total money your suggestion is. So you're gonna have a unit cap of 25 and a money cap of 2,500. That should make for a lot of pretty interesting and potentially diverse armies. And you guys are gonna get to battle me. I'll screenshot your avatars, and you know, so before the battle, we'll know who's fighting me. You guys will get glory or public ridicule if your army fails, and that will be a lot of fun as well. But it's just, I feel like it's a really good idea that was submitted by many of you. Denise Holmes gets the takeaway victory here with regards to the tabs code of this idea, and that is viewers versus me. It's a really good way to interact with the community. I think this idea is going to be freaking awesome. A lot of you submitted it as well, so I know you guys are thinking it's going to be good too. And this, the viewers versus me, is going to set us up for a tournament. Now I'm going to write a decently detailed comment in the comments section of this video, and probably put something in the video description as well. Some bullet points to keep it simple. Now I know we're gonna get the usual, oh Baron, I'd like to see this versus this, you know, and that's definitely, I highly encourage you to keep doing that. I love all the submissions. I read through as many as possible. In the last episode, we got over 1,300 suggestions for what we could do for new series, and I think part of that may have been the incentive of, hey guys, we're gonna give away some codes. And I'm wondering how many codes I can get to like keep doing stuff like this, because I feel like it really gets you guys involved, and it's, you know, obviously you guys appreciate it as much as I do. So yes, next episode, the viewers versus Baron, and then after that we're going to get ready for a viewers tournament, and there's probably going to be a few more rules for that, which we'll go over in the next video. Don't worry about that. So if you'd like a recap of what we're gonna do and what I need from you guys, if you want to participate, because hey, this is democracy over here, is check the comment, check the video description. But yes, leave a suggestion saying 25. You're battling me. The limits are no chicken men, no chicken men. You can only go up to 25 units, and you can only have up to 2,500 money. And then we're gonna have a battle royale, you guys versus me, in lead up to the next episode of the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator will never be the same on this channel, and thank you guys for being a part of it. You guys are freaking awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one, where you guys battle me.